But they are not charging terrorists for treasonable felony. Remember that. Police.
I want to welcome you to this press briefing on police investigation of foreigner as subversive element for attempted regime change and orchestrated violence in Nigeria. The Nigeria Police Force has launched a comprehensive investigation into the activities of a foreign national and subversive element plotting to undermine the democratically elected government in Nigeria through unconstitutional regime change and orchestrating violence across the country. Following extensive intelligence gathering and collaboration with other security agencies, 10 suspects have been apprehended who received substantial financial backing from foreign sources to destabilize the country. Preliminary findings suggest the orchestrated and funded violent protest, disseminated false information, and engaged in other unlawful activities to create anarchy and justify their illegal plots to overthrow the democratically elected government. Investigations have identified a foreign mercenary, Andrew Wayne, also known as Andrew Povich or Drew Povey. The man has many identities. A British national who built a network of sleeper cells to topple the government and plunge the nation into chaos. He rented a space at the Labour House in Abuja for an Iver Valley bookshop and established Stars of Nation schools as a cover for his subversive activities. Documentary evidence and confessions revealed that Andrew Wayne issued directives, monitored progress, and provided finance and operational guidance to achieve unconstitutional regime change in Nigeria. He mobilized and deployed several billions of naira to his Nigerian collaborators, urging them to mobilize the public to violently storm police facilities and military barracks, anticipating a bloodbath that will instigate international condemnation of the Nigerian government. These acts are in clear violation of the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2011 and other relevant laws of this country. Since the commencement of investigations, Andrew Wayne has fled the country. He and one of his local coordinators, one Lucky Ehis Obinya, have accordingly been declared wanted, and global hunting for them has commenced in connection with this investigation. The 10 other suspects already apprehended have been arraigned before a competent court of law today, Monday, September 2, 2024, for criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion, and cybercrime. These suspects include Angel Love Innocent Female, Opalua Eleojo Simon, male, Michael Tobiloba Adaramoye A.K. Lenny, male, Sulaiman Yakubu, male, Buhari Lawal, male, Musiu Sadiq, male, Abayomi Adeyemi, male, Abdusalam Zubairu, male, Nuruddin Amis, male, and Bashir Bello, male. These acts, like I said earlier on, are in clear violation of the Terrorism Prevention Act of 2011 and other relevant laws of this country. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PAD, NPM, while condemning the activities of the group, has since activated the Interpol tools and other global policing networks to support ongoing domestic investigations aimed at locating and apprehending the suspects at large. The IGP assures the general public that the force will leave no stone unturned in dealing with and bringing to deserved justice any individual or group threatening our national security and peace or promoting any movement with the motive of truncating our democratic government through unconstitutional means. We recognize and remain committed to protecting citizens' constitutional guaranteed fundamental and democratic rights to peaceful assembly and free expression. However, we advise citizens to be wary of subversive elements who weaponize and commercialize protests for personal, financial, and ideological benefits. Contrary to disinformation, the invitation extended to certain individuals within Nigerian Labour Congress leadership has nothing to do with rights advocacy and activities of the union leadership, but is aimed at clearing the relationship between the individuals and Andrew Wayne, who, in addition to plotting unconstitutional regime change, is also financing terrorism in Nigeria. Following the interaction between the police investigation team and the NLC president, there is now a clearer understanding of the focus of the ongoing police investigation and the depth of Andrew Wayne's subversive network and activities. No nation will tolerate attempts by foreign elements to interfere in its internal affairs, threaten national security, and organize and fund local elements to instigate uprisings aimed at destabilizing the country and engendering violent and unconstitutional regime change. The Inspector General of Police appeals for the cooperation and support of all law-abiding citizens in the ongoing investigation. He assures anyone with information leading to the arrest of any of the suspects declared wanted will be appreciated and rewarded handsomely. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
You see the smirk, the smirk look on his face. They want to overthrow the government of Tifnumbu, and a British national who has a bookshop in Nigeria has been giving money to a group of people to go and participate in protests, so that when they protest and the government reacts, so they can now use that to call on, use the international body to condemn Nigeria and then remove Tifnumbu. That was the police investigation. Nigeria police investigation. They still haven't given us what should be their investigation on this. Remember the 150 people slaughtered in Yobe. Now, you've heard about that, right? Now, what you haven't possibly heard is that the bodies of over 150 people killed have not been recovered. Only 34 bodies were able to be recovered, because who is going to go to the terrorist den and take all those bodies? Because they are there in the bush. Nobody could go there. For the ones they could get, right? This is how it went. The burial. Mbuni, their governor, doesn't even live in Yobe State. He lives in his mansion in Abuja. That is the Yobe State governor. It's not there. So the owners of the dead are burying their dead, while others will never see their dead relative or their dead family members anymore. So who is going to go there and pick the bodies? The military are not going there. And for the few who could probably, the few people they could get 34 out of 150 people killed, more than 150, but we just use that round figure there, killed. But the police is flexing muscle on these harmless, peaceful protesters that they are now prosecuting for treason so that they can kill them when found guilty.
So that might come. Don't worry.
Who is this?
That's why some people believe that if you want to deal with the criminals in Nigeria and what they are doing to you, it doesn't make any sense to just make yourselves sacrificial animals to them. People they can easily just kill with no consequences, or even locked up and dehumanized without any consequences. That you should never make yourself that. Unfortunately, not be all of us could want to carry guns and carry, AR-15 like a Turuji to go face our oppressors. Because even Turuji is pretty much terrorizing the poorest of the poor in northern Nigeria too. Not even these, these greedy criminals. Unfortunately, no. And Pastor Buba or Prophet Buba added this on top of this soul arrest thing.
Hey, wow, Nigerians. Your mumu too much, oh, your mumu too much, your mumu too much. Is it until you begin to lose your life? Are you not choking? Are you not going through pain? This thing is a man-made thing, oh. This thing is a man-made thing. How can we be suffering in a land that is blessed by God? A land that we have crude oil. You've been on the queue for more than 3 weeks. Don't you know that all of this is stage managed and being planned out to see how you react? The managing director of the NMPC know what they do. It's time we rise up against the NMPC. How can you buy fuel for 1,000? This afternoon I bought fuel for 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira fuel. Throwing us into another level of suffering and inflation. And you are there, sitting down. The day you are tired, like Isaac said to Esau, the day you are tired of this pain, you will break this yoke off your neck. How long? How long? Fuel. 1,000 naira. In some filling station, 850 naira. But I bought it today. When you are tired of your condition, you will reach out to each one. And that's why you need to send this message to every Nigerian. It's time you rise up against the NMPC management. We cannot afford. Enough pain is already upon Nigerians. And we can't throw ourselves into another pain. Do what is right and save your country. Hi, Nigeria.
Prophets. Now he has the right of advice. Let's start with that. Among all the pastors in Nigeria, put it that way, religious leaders in Nigeria, he led a protest during the End Bad Governance protest. He led the member of his own congregation, his own church. He led them to the streets. He told them that the problem of Nigeria is not spiritual. It is man-made. When is your mumu going to do? Maybe never, but time will tell, or time shall tell. Now let's move a little bit away from this, okay? Okay, maybe not fully. You've heard about Bonka Iberi, right? Now here is somebody, okay, who happened. Okay, let me put it this way. How many of you remember Think Yoruba First on Clubhouse when it started? About 7 years ago, at least. I know some of you will remember that. Think Yoruba First. Adeyinka Grand Diot and others, other low lives. Other Yoruba bastards, low lives, who started with Think Yoruba First, and it was catchy. We never knew that these were the lowest of the low of Yoruba land, right? Whose agenda is to promote tribal bigotry, ethnic cleansing, and other vices that are totally un-Yoruba, but you didn't know then until when they started shouting or using that for Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation. And a lot of people actually bought into it. I bought into it. Because I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to think Yoruba first. What's wrong with that? That's not racist. That's not tribalistic. It just means that I care for Yoruba land. I care for Yoruba people. And if I have a chance, I should think about them first. What is wrong in that? We did not know that these are a bunch of political jobbers, cretins, cretinous miscreants who took advantage of people's supposed love for their people, to spread the never seen before hatred, even within Yoruba land. Now, one of them is today is known as Bonka Ebiri. Adeyinka Grand Diot, ex-convict, former prisoner, or former, ex-convict, has a brother in America called Bonka. And every now and then when they have the opportunity, right, they will come around and segregate the Yorubas, especially Yorubas who doesn't believe in Tifnumbu. And we are many, so many. And for those of you who believe that, okay, Yoruba first, think Yoruba first, oh my God, I've actually used that on my platform. I've told people to think Yoruba first. That is nothing bad. It's just about the common good. So we now discover that these guys don't give a shit about Yoruba land. They don't give a damn about Yoruba people. What they really care about is the political survivor of the likes of Tifnumbu and Co. Who don't give a damn about Yoruba land, as their actions have shown. So when they are battle to make the Yorubas join them in hating the Igbos, or possibly starting an ethnic war from abroad, though, people who are living abroad are championing ethnic cleansing in Nigeria, tribal bigotry in Nigeria. Most of them have never been to that Nigeria in the last 20 years. But they are thinking Yoruba first. They don't give a damn about the Yoruba child that go to bed, the Yoruba children that goes to bed hungry. They don't give a damn about the Yoruba businesses that are not there. But when they tell you, think Yoruba first, they're asking you to think Tifnumbu first. If you don't think Tifnumbu first, then you are not Yoruba. Then they continued in that trajectory of spreading that hatred, tribal this, tribal that, to the point that they were opening fake social media handles to further spread this tribal bigotry, hatred, and all of that. Now, this bunker is popular among them. For those of you who have been a member of the clubhouse very well. So I shared a video or a voice note of his where he was threatening the Oba of Benin. This guy is not Yoruba for real. Now. How can you be an enlightened, exposed to Yoruba, and then from nowhere, you are threatening to capture Oba of Benin, rape his wife, and then exile him? Like, where is that coming from? How degenerated are you? Like, how depraved are you, or how skilled minded are you that you live in America or live in the UK? You go on social media and say, I am going to, for instance, let's say my ego says, I'm going to invade Onitsha, and I'm going to remove your Obi of Onitsha. I will rape his, okay, may I not say it because small time now that if you cut this part of the video, say my ego said, a true Yoruba son, not all these Omuali Jatis, we never talk like this. So I now share that clip, and guess what? Somoluri Bruku Omuali Yoruba has also jumped. It's not everything you are going to be sharing online. You are trying to promote this person. You don't need to be sharing this thing on your person. Because the other day when Namaka came up and said they have to poison all the Yorubas and Beninese, I did a program on that. I said, no, this person doesn't represent the Igbos, so to say. And if you see any Igbo that thinks like her, these are psychopaths, right? I mean, psychopath that should possibly be, put down, not that. Like the way you put down a dog, a rabid dog. Just put them down, not at them. No real Yoruba will speak like this.
Where's Bunker?
I will invade the door and kidnap your king and have his wife raped and chase him to Calabar like the white people did.
Bunker, I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of
Hold on,
you.
just hold on, hold on.
I'm
Hold on,
ashamed of you.
hold on. Hold on, you guys should hold on. Hold on first, hold on. Bunker.
Guys, we don't continue this story.
Where's Bunker?
I will invade the door and kidnap your king and have his wife raped and chase him to Calabar like the white people did.
Bunker, I'm ashamed of you.
I will invade the door, something you can't even do. Something that your entire generation can't even dare. But that's how they, comfortably on social media say things, get Edo people angry. So Edo people can say, you these Yoruba people are this. We will kill this, and it keeps flowing and flowing like that. Maybe you are fighting for fuel scarcity right now. How about they distract you with some tribal this, tribal that? Somebody who lives in America. So I decided to share this clip again, and I hope I found this picture. You see that image?
Where's Bunker?
I will invade the door and
do you see that face, right? The Olori Bruku was doing a video call, right, with a lady, and he was ready to go naked and show his prick on camera. That was him doing video call, so I just got that place out. It's online. Like, where is that coming from? Why are we invaded? Remove your king, and I will have his wife raped. A Yoruba man talk like that? No, we don't talk like that. No, we don't. I'm a Yoruba man, and we don't even think like that. But you see these criminals, this bunch of low lives, that will say anything, do anything, just to kind of make up for what they believe is their way of defending Tifnumbu and what Tifnumbu believes in. They will say horrible things about their fellow Yorubas too, so please spare me. We are not kind of like, we are not safe from them too. We invaded Edo. We remove your, and we have his wife raped. Like, what the heck? Now, Abike Dagboru or Abiku Dagboru should probably see this too, as they are calling for Amaka's arrest, as we all call for Amaka's arrest. They should get rid of, they should probably do the same and get this guy off the streets. These are people who are not supposed to be living among anybody, anyone. Yeah, I know America, you have all this, your free speech and the rest of that. But that bunker or whatever you